Hey guys, long time no see. First video of 2022, so I hope everyone had an amazing new year. I just wanted to put this costume on really quick as I had quite a few people ask me about a review video. Because yeah, the costume is surprisingly nice quality. That's what this is going to be, just a quick run through. Obviously, like, I don't have everything for it yet and there's some upgrades, but yeah, I shall do a quick run through, so hopefully this helps you guys when you're deciding on buying this costume. Kate Bishop from Hawkeye, the costume she has in the season finale, for those that don't know. The quality is actually really nice, much better than probably what I'd be able to make, especially for the money. For those wondering, it's from Fairytale Land on Aliexpress, so it's not super expensive in terms of costumes, but it will probably be out of some people's budget. It might be in some people's budget, so this is just where I got mine from. The quality is really nice. There's some pretty weird inconsistencies with sizing, which I'll run through shortly. Overall, the accessories are a bit mediocre, which you kind of expect of these things, so that was okay. I was expecting that. I got the option with no boots. You can order it with boots if you want, but they just look like the, kind of like Doc Marten kind of things, which you can sort of get from anywhere, probably from an op shop. So I just figured I had like plenty of pairs of them here for all different costumes. It's one of those things I figured you could probably source them cheaper than what it was worth for the price difference for ordering the boots in the costume. This is it quickly. Obviously not all of it on. This is it. Unfortunately, this is a bed here, so that's why I can't really stand up, but I'll try and turn around a little bit. So yeah, there's cool details on the pants, which I'll go through soon. But yeah, that's a quick run through. So hopefully this helps you guys. So also the undershirt. Again, this is fine quality. It's super stretchy, turtleneck. Very, very slinky fabric though, so it does. It slides everywhere. When you pull it down, it's just going to flick straight back up. The jacket does help hold it where it needs to be, and luckily because the pants are high-waisted, if it rides up a little bit, it doesn't matter because you still have the pants there, so it has to go quite a way up. Okay, so the jacket. The jacket I actually really like. It is very snug. It's got this bit which is like it's more of like a vinyl, like a fake leather of vinyl, and it is sewn on. I don't mind it. It doesn't look terrible. It sits nicely on the shoulder. A little bit of, obviously where the seam line is, a little bit funky there, but you could definitely rip this off and make a foam one or a thermoplastic one or 3D print one. For now, I'll probably leave it. It's okay for now. So this is the top. It zips up the front. There is lots of edging details. Back. It's one sleeved, so it comes around here, so it zips up easily. It's very, very fitted, so if you are ordering one of these costumes, just make sure the sizing is correct, whether you get it custom or you order one of the standard sizes. Just make sure that you definitely fit in the measurements. It does have stretch to it. So it looks like that's the back. A couple of loose threads here and there, but again, nothing. It's just a shoulder. They could just be cut off. The stitching isn't coming loose or anything. It's just sort of like a jersey kind of fabric that you'd expect a lot of sports clothes and so forth to be made out of. Inside. Yeah, the jacket I'm definitely really happy with, so I will not at this stage be changing anything on that. Okay, so this is the part that goes sort of around the neck, the shoulders, and the quiver gets attached to it. Just loops on one side, fastens with Velcro. This I don't mind. It's a little bit big, but I probably won't alter it. It's fine. The only thing I have noticed, I don't actually have to fasten it to get it on. I literally can fit my head in there and just whack it on like so. So yeah, I don't know if you're maybe supposed to be able to do that, and I can actually even get it off that way. But that doesn't worry me because it's easy. But it's nice quality. It's got a cool texture to it here. Hopefully that clears up. It's just not going to. It's foam under there with the fake leather over the top. And yeah, that's just a Velcro. Here. So yeah, that piece is okay. I'm happy with that one. Okay, so the wrist guard that it comes with is one of the weird sizing inconsistencies. It's pretty big in comparison. Fastens with Velcro. So yeah, that I will probably definitely do something with because it's a bit. Okay, so then the gloves. These I don't actually mind too much. The fit isn't terrible, but yeah, there's a nice textured fabric here. Just a fake pleather again. Your ribbed kind of like jumper kind of material. So this is how they look. So yeah, on the whole, they're not too bad. I probably won't do anything with these. I don't know how long they'll last, but if they fall apart, I'll cross that bridge if I get there. But yeah, the gloves they're not too bad at all. They're not obviously hemmed or edged or anything, so I may do something there just purely for structural integrity. But they're nice and soft, they're comfy, a bit warm, but no, happy with the gloves. But these are the pants. They're actually really quite nice quality. As I did mention, there is next to no stretch. There's a little bit of give in the waistband. Other than that, they're quite difficult to bend down in and sit down in and so forth. Mainly because of these seam lines here at the back. They sort of really grab your butt. That's probably the easiest way of describing it. There's really cool stitching details, different panels. You've got a smoother pleather here, really cool textured pleather for the majority. This is like quilted or padded fake pleather. The only thing that is kind of weird is they fit great in the thigh, but from the knee down, they're quite big, and they sort of, depending how tall you are, I'm only 5'3". These graze my ankles, so I'm probably going to put elastic just to make sure they stay down, especially because the boots are only ankle boots. But yeah, they're quite thick as well on the inside. This is the invisible zip at the back, so when they're off it's not too bad, but when it's on you really need to hold the pants together. It sticks here. This is the part I can't get it done up past, so yeah, that's another thing to bear in mind. It's quite stiff. I may just put a normal zip in there just so I know it's always going to go and it's not going to get stuck right where it's super thick here in the waistband. But yeah, that's the pants. Yeah, they fit okay, but I'll probably bring in the legs a little bit as well. Yeah, that's at the back behind the knee there. So yeah, but yeah, I was really happy with the look of the pants. Okay, so with the pants, they are high-waisted, so they come here. The only thing I did find, it is an invisible zip, so it is super hard to do up on your own, and it just seems a bit sticky. I find a lot of costumes with invisible zips are like that. Yeah, they come up really quite high. There's not really any stretch to them. And it also does come with, and this is something else that needs resizing, this is just what sits around her thigh. Kind of looks okay on. There's elastic here and Velcro. The thigh one's not too bad, but the lower thigh, like the bit that's not too far above your knee, is again too big. So it may fit some people, it may be too big or too small for others. That's something I'm going to have to bring in, so I'm just going to unstitch it here and then sort of get rid of some of the pleather and then just stitch it back. I may even stitch it down here. I don't think it really needs the Velcro, not with having elastic, so you can just slide that over anyway. It's not great, it's not terrible, it kind of does the job. Okay, now when I mentioned sizing inconsistencies, the worst offender is the belt. Now, I did order it in a standard size small because that was the measurements that I fit in quite easily. The belt, however, the quality is much like the bit that comes across here. The quality is actually really nice. However, instead of being made to the hip measurement, whereas because it would sit nearer to the hips, it seems to be measured to the waist. So, unfortunately, this is where it sits. So here is where it sits on me, which is way too high. It should be sat more down here, but obviously it is not going to reach. This piece is a worse bit for the sizing inconsistencies, so just bear that in mind. If you order a standard size, maybe shoot the seller a message, or if you customize it, just specify that the belt needs to be made to the hip measurement, like your lower hip, not the waist. It's probably made to about 25-26 inches, which is what the waist measurement was, and it should have probably been about 34-35 inches for the hip. This is where your little arrowheads sit. This is really just thin, flimsy, which it looks like it's got the arrowheads in it. The arrowheads come with that stuff, the bubble wrap. I think they're plastic, but you know, they're fairly sharp. So I don't know how well you'd go to convention with them. Two of those ones. But they're not too bad. They're not too bad. You probably can make some more out of warbler or like thermoplastic or foam. So that's how they sit, which ideally should be sat down here. Oh yeah, see what I mean? It looked a little bit weird sat right up here. This does slide around too. So probably what I'll do is I'm just going to pull out this fastener here. It's just one of those little claspy things, and I'm probably going to sew in some elastic and then just a clip fastener, so it's just a little bit easier. Than not a big fan of that kind of clasp, but so that's the belt, which is the biggest sizing inconsistency that we have. Okay, so this is a quiver, which is probably a little bit of a monstrosity, but it's flat. When it's out and you've got, you know, your arrows in it or your fake arrows, it might not be too bad, but I sort of feel it should be a more solid tube. Again, it's just your fake leather. The bit that comes around your chest and shoulder, this just snaps around that. Yeah. Just with those little loops. There's one at the top and another one. I think that was actually supposed to go around the belt. So if it's around your waist, not your hip, it's not going to fit, because this would be, you know, yeah. Yeah, so the belt is definitely designed to be around the hip, not the waist. I may remake this at some point, maybe with just some poly pipe, and maybe even whack this on the inside, or get a piece of poly pipe that fits and just slide it in just to make it a little bit more solid. Other than that, it's okay. Okay, so I think that was everything of the costume. So you've got the quiver, the thigh thing, pants, you've got the undershirt, which I still have on, you got the jacket, gloves, yellow glove, the wrist guard, this bit, and the belt with the arrowheads. So hopefully those that were wanting to see the video, it's shown you guys enough. Overall, really happy with the quality. Pretty happy with the price for the quality. I would post a link, but Aliexpress is really notorious for sellers seem to constantly shut their shop and then reopen. But Fairytale Land on Aliexpress, I ordered mine in just a standard size small. But yeah, I believe you can have it custom sized. Quality, yep, happy with it. As I mentioned before, there's some weird sizing inconsistencies, so just keep that in mind. But it's nothing, just a couple of small straightforward upgrades. It's a great option for those that either don't want to or feel they can't make this costume or they don't have time. Me, it was a costume I really wanted to wear. It's not something I wanted to make, and then because there's other costumes I'm working on, I just wouldn't have time to make it either. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I can start doing some more videos on YouTube this year. I'm hoping to do more YouTube videos, so whether it be costumes, it will be behind the scenes photo shoots, it will be making costumes. In the meantime, I am doing short snippets on Instagram and TikTok of work in progress. So I've got like my June still suit and so forth in the works. But yeah, I'm going to do some gaming streams and I'll probably whack them all on here. But yeah, I hope everyone had an amazing, safe new year and everyone's staying as safe as they can with the world how it is right now. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, thank you. Bye. I'm losing bits of fluff. Down. Because I'm sat down. So I'll do the... Oh, jeez. Falling off my chair there. I'll do the breakdown for you guys in a minute. Sorry, I keep knocking the table. I've got a really low desk and my chair's really high so you can see me.